Hello guys, furry porn lover here, and today I will be commentating on Scotty3861's rant on the 2010s. Now I honestly don't know much about what he makes, but it seems like he mostly makes rants and some other types of videos. He seems to complain a lot about the 2010s. Seriously dude, this is like the 5th rant you've made on the 2010s already. Get the fuck over it. And not to mention there are a ton of other 2010s rants out there. I just chose this one since I have the most to say about this one than all the other rants I found. So anyway, let's just begin. Is it too late to turn back?
The 2010s is a fucking piece of shit decade.
Okay, why are you not showing your real face here? It's clear you're recording this off your camera and you're just holding your finger over the lens, so we can't see your real face. This makes the quality of your video drop tremendously. It makes it boring to watch. Not to mention, it occasionally turns from a bright color to black, and it's really painful to my eyes. So for the whole video, I'll be darkening the video to make it less painful on the eyes. I suggest either showing your real face or getting an editing software to show off images and videos. If you have a Mac, iMovie should be installed. And if you have Windows, Windows Movie Maker should be installed. However, if Windows Movie Maker isn't installed, then you're gonna have to look elsewhere. I suggest getting HitFilm Express 4, and it works wonders for me. And it does look scary at first, but look up a few tutorials and you'll be fine. But if you want something a bit simpler, get VideoPad.
And why do I say that? Well, I've got many reasons for saying that. First reason is, well, let's start with society in general. Society today is the worst it's ever been, in my opinion. Most people today are so self-centered. They care about themselves, they don't care about anyone else's feelings. It's all about fitting in, especially when it comes to fucking trends.
Trends have always been a thing. You're acting like shit like this has only shown up recently. Well, let's just take a look at examples of different trends throughout the years. Let's look at the 1970s when we had shit like vinyl jumpsuits, bell bottoms, and white collar shirts. And those fucking shiny shirts, too. The 1980s had shit like sweatbands, members-only jackets, and ripped fucking jeans. The 1990s showed people wearing overalls and fucking chokers. So my point is, don't hate on stupid fashion trends, since there have always been fashion trends ever since fashion trends have been a thing. True, you could say that fashion trends are getting more and more ridiculous, and I won't even try to fight you on sagging, but you never bring up an example of any other trends, or why there's such a problem.
Most, especially youngsters, they didn't grow up the way people like us did. I mean, I'm 30 years old this year.
Oh great, we got a 90s kid on our hands. Someone please fucking kill me. Okay, why the hell are you expecting people to be raised the same 20 years later? Change is to be expected, especially since the 1990s ended almost 18 fucking years ago. Stop living in the goddamn past and accept the 1990s are over.
I grew up in the 90s, and things were a lot different then. I remember we used to go out with my friends, we used to make dens, we used to go out and play in fields around the back of the houses. You don't see kids doing that anymore. And youngsters, they're too busy playing video games, or just basically, playing on their phones, and really not learning much.
I know I just said this, but times change. Fucking get over it. It's not even a big deal. Also, why do you think the way that you spent your childhood is so fun? And to debunk your point, I've often seen kids outside. At least where I live. For where you live, it could be a different story. Not all kids are going to be raised the same. Live with it.
In my opinion, being out, playing out on the street, going out doing the things I did was good for your health, because it got, the fresh air, and it made you socialise. Every time I see youngsters nowadays, they're always they're always on their phones, looking at their phones and doing God knows what, and social media. God, I fucking hate social media. That's another thing I hate about this decade. Social fucking media. I want to drop that in as well.
Okay, why do you hate social media so much? You later list some examples of social media sites, and that's fine and good. But you never explain why this is a problem. You just say it's a problem and you don't expand on this idea. And finally, this may be a nitpick, but you're a fucking content creator on YouTube, so saying you hate social media makes you look hypocritical, since YouTube is technically a social media platform.
Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat, Instagram, all that shit. That's all people revolve their lives around nowadays. Fucking social networks.
I know I've said this a lot, but elaborate more on why you hate these social media sites. Also, another reason I don't see you bring up is that people may use social media for business purposes.
It's fucking ridiculous. I'm sick and tired of it. It's all you ever hear. Facebook, Twitter, Facebook. It fucking does my head in. This society is fucking fragmented. People these days are just so up their own arses. And, they don't care. Whether it's all about fitting in, it's all about trends, it's all about basically just, following what's out there, the latest trend, the latest, the latest thing to say, that's all it's about. It's all it's about. Society is brainwashed into, society's been brainwashed to follow what people want them to believe, basically. People don't think, that's the main reason. People don't think for themselves. The majority of people in society don't have the ability to think for themselves because they're so brainwashed by the crap on the TV and the media that they don't have the ability. Probably it's too late for them to actually take their mind out of the matrix and become self-aware and just do their own research and wake themselves up to, just...
Like I said earlier, trends have been a thing for a while, and I suggest writing a script beforehand since there was a lot of long, awkward pauses. Now I will be skipping a portion of the video since he goes on about politics, and I don't really feel like going into detail about it, since it's politics about the UK, and since I live in the US, that really wouldn't be a good idea for me to get into.
Give me fuel, give me fire, give me that which I desire. Ooh.
So, third thing I want to talk about is entertainment, or if you can call it that, because I don't think it deserves to be called entertainment. Let's talk about video games. Jesus fucking Christ, what the hell has happened to video games? Video games suck now. They're boring, they're uninteresting, they're always released in broken states.
Again, elaborate on why you think video games are boring nowadays.
And you know what? You know the worst thing about this? People actually don't mind. People actually don't mind. They don't mind it when that happens. They don't mind games being released broken. People actually praise developers for releasing broken games.
Can you show us proof that people praise developers for releasing broken games? Please? No? Okay.
Give me fuel, give me fire, give me that which I desire.
Because you should have had a working product from day one. So it just does my head in when these games get released broken and people actually praise and thank them for it. For releasing the DLC for free when they should have patched it and sorted it before they released it. And that's not just it anyway, because most games today are boring and uninteresting. The gameplay is just fucking shit. And they all look the same. Every first-person shooter looks the same.
Yeah, because Overwatch and Call of Duty look exactly the same, am I right, guys? Anyway, I'm ending the video here, so you just need to get an editing software. Either that or show your face in the video. That, and stop bitching about things that have been happening for years. Anyway, that's all I have to say for this commentary. I hope you enjoyed another Frozen Angel commentary, so I'll see you guys next time.